Hello again everybody and welcome to another video of Grim Dawn Ashes of Malmoth. So in today's video I'm going to be doing the Steps of Torment looking for Musalak, I believe his name is. Masalaki, Macchiato, something like that. Nailed it. That's his name. So I'm going to be going in here. I'm going to be killing the Nemesis boss. Hopefully he'll be in here. I did look in all the previous outside locations that I normally look and I typically find him at and I didn't see him anywhere. So hopefully he's not out in the world somewhere and we will encounter him and we will get to kill him, and I'll be doing a dungeon, which is cool. Two birds with one stone. All right, so before I do that, I want to cover some things, talk about some things. So one big thing that changed today was that there was a huge patch for Grim Dawn, and it changed a lot of things. I can't go into all the details, but basically they changed items, they changed some class things, they changed devotion, they actually nerfed the damage of mobs out in Ashes of Malmoth. They nerfed the Nemesis beast boss damage and healing. They nerfed the Chthonic boss damage, his damage auras, his ability to charge. They reduce how many times he can do that in succession. So I haven't gone out there and messed with those guys yet, but I'd like to see how much has been changed and get an idea of where my Cabalist can stand with those guys. Or my Conjurer, whichever one. I kind of want to try both. Okay, so having that said, everything in this game is subject to change, right? So patches are going to change things. You know, itemization changing, character stats changing, character skills changing. One thing, for example, the Cabalist skeletons kind of got a nerf a little bit this patch. They did reduce the damage scaling of the skeletons. However, they made one of the skills in the Necromancer tree actually give flat vitality damage to your skeletons and pets. I believe it might just be skeletons. But anyway, the point is that even though they reduce the overall like damage scaling of the skeletons, they added a flat vitality damage, which they stated won't be much of a change, that you won't really notice. It's not going to be like anything that's going to like ruin the Cabalist, obviously. However, it could potentially be, I haven't tested it yet, but it could potentially be a buff, honestly, instead of a nerf. We'll have to see. And I don't know yet because I haven't messed with it. So anyway, that kind of goes into the area and ground that I want to cover and talk about. So a lot of people tend to think that, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, that's not fair, but some people tend to think that I said that the Conjurer is just superior over the Kabbalist, and that, please guys, that is not at all the case. That is not what I was trying to say. I keep trying to stress that very much. um, every class in this game has a very important, good, decent role, pros and cons, and that's what I love about this game. And to sum it up really quick without going into like a crazy amount of detail, more or less, Cabalist does insane amounts of damage. Anything pre-Ashes of Malmoth, Cabalist just completely destroys. And honestly, even out in Ashes of Malmoth, my Cabalist handled a lot of things out there pretty well. It was just certain things like the Nemesis but Beast boss and the Chthonic boss, um, the Cabalist struggled with. Other than that, the mobs weren't too bad, honestly, in my opinion. Um, but the Conjurer is just more tanky. It just survives a lot better, and so do the pets. So you can get a lot of damage out in those situations where your pets would normally die with a Cabalist. Conjurer kind of shines in that aspect. You can get a lot of damage in on things that normally kill your Cabalist pets. And that's pretty much it. And you can just see that in stats if you just look. Shaman has Primal Bond. That's just 20% damage absorption on that skill alone, and it's always active. This skill here, when it procs, 42% damage absorption, so on and so forth. Lots of bonus healing. I've showed you guys. This setup doesn't even run Giant's Blood. And I mean, I never die, and that's a pretty big deal because I typically run that in pretty much all my builds almost. That health regeneration is really useful. But just to give you an idea, yeah, like this character doesn't even run Giant's Blood. That's how easily he survives, and it's partially because of stuff like this, bonus healing from this health regeneration, 25% bleed and poison duration reduction. That's a pretty big deal for you and your pets. There's just a lot of things that make this setup really strong and durable. So I had somebody, and I don't want to name names or point anybody out, but I had somebody tell me like, well, my Cabalist just completely wrecks all the Nemesis bosses in Crucible, and it's, yeah, I get that. And I looked at that guy's gear, and it's like all pristine, perfect, like best in slot, like he has like the full Necro set already. I haven't found anything like that personally, and I put a lot of hours into this game, so maybe I guess if he's running with a group of friends, he's got 4 people with him, and he's fully buffed, and his skeletons are getting like Arcanist buffs. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, you know, if I was running that with a group of people, I'm sure my Necromancer would be a lot stronger, especially if I had something healing my skeletons, so on and so forth. And something that I noticed was that the Nemesis bosses out in Ashes of Malmouth were now just today with this patch implemented into the Crucible. So he wasn't encountering those situations I was talking about, those Nemesis bosses that were like slaughtering your pets. So yeah, it was really easy breezy for that guy probably. So anyway, I'm just trying to point out that you know, everything's subject to change. I don't think Conjure is just far better, or vastly better or superior to the Kabbalist. And you know, just be fair. Like if somebody's got like insanely good gear and they're wrecking through the game, of course they're gonna wreck through the game. You know, it's just how it is. I will say that the Conjurer is a lot less gear dependent over the Kabbalist when it comes to gearing up and survivability, for sure. Okay, so now that we're all out of that crap, go in here and do this dungeon. You know, part of me just wants to skip the trash. Because really, if you're playing solo and you're trying to loot find, you really kind of don't want to just kill trash, period. You just want to go to like the big events like the death room here and pretty much anything that gives you a chance of getting lots of loot. See, like that right there, you killed a heroic, you get a legendary. And but yeah, that's the best thing to do as far as single player goes, because trying to kill every little single mob is just going to be a huge waste of time. Get him, minions! Alright. 2 legendaries. That's actually not bad. Death Whisper leggings. Sounds awesome. Wild Blood Crusher. Okay, so that's the Wild... Yeah, the Wild Blood Crusher is the Wild Blood set. That's pretty cool. That's actually not a bad item at all. 2-hander, but still pretty good. Something else Crate needs to add. A, like, loot all. Or at least, like, automatically loot components. That would be really nice. It's not, like, a huge pain, but it's just something that would be nice. Also, the Bone Scavenger Death Grips, I think they're called. The Vitality Damage Gloves that proc a pet on death. I need to write Crate or, like, email them and tell them, please change that proc. Please change it to, like, on attack. Or at least let pets, like, proc that on death effect. That would make so many pet builds a lot more fun, in my opinion. As I was saying, normally there's like a secret room over here. Yeah. Go ahead and take all that. Why not? Because we are pillaging the undead. So when you're running through like this, you just got to be a little careful sometimes, because you can get caught. Kind of like I did there. I was trying to click on that chest. I couldn't move. But you want to be careful, because if a Nemesis boss does show up and you kind of run in and position yourself terribly and can't run, you obviously could get yourself killed if you don't pay attention. And we don't want to do that if we don't have to. Hey, you got a rogue right here. So we'll take that. Get them, minions. There we go. So as you can see, Conjurer damage is really good too. I mean, it's not going to be as AoE probably. And honestly, because of the Flame Torrent and having so many skeletons proccing Flame Torrent, the single target in AoE is really, really good on Kabbalist, like I've said before. But as far as a pure, like, true pet DPS build goes, I feel like this is honestly a true pet build. You know, you're not using any, like, devotion skill procs, really, to make your pets do tons of damage. like a spamming Flamethorn, and that's fine. I'm not saying that it's like cheating or not good or anything, because it is good. You know, it's fun. He went down, Billy. Go. Anyways, you can see the damage. Like I said, it's single target. It's actually pretty good, and it kind of like ramps and snowballs. You got to get all your pets out, those little spawnlings and stuff. Once you get them all out and everything's like the ball's rolling, this build does do some really good damage. They actually added. I was reading today in the patch notes. They added a flat physical damage bonus to the Primal Spirit. No, not Primal Spirit. The Briarthorn and the Hellhound with the Mythical Beast Collar set. So I'm using the Beast Collar set, just not the mythical version yet because I haven't found any. But apparently the new mythical set adds even more bonus physical flat damage to the Briarthorn and Hellhound, which is pretty awesome. I'm kind of excited to get that and try that. I probably should be skipping through these a little better. Yeah, there we go. I just want to, I kind of want to run through and make sure I spawn, because they can spawn out of the grounds and stuff usually, like in these little corners. So we got 2 hero mobs out of that. That wasn't bad. Yeah, that's pretty much all of that. Kind of went the long way around. I should have just looped back around. That's right then. Okay. Chests. Some greens, I suppose. So maybe we'll get a heroic out of here, maybe? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Maybe out of here? Anything? No? Nothing? Okay. Let's see. Alright, there's a heroic named over here. That's good. Here you go. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about all that. Clearing this just because that's a lot of mobs and I don't want to get cornered or stuck somewhere while I'm trying to run through. Get him, kitty. I love that pet. That is, like, honestly, hands down the best pet in the game. The Primal Spirit. The reason why he's so good is, so basically, like I was mentioning before in one of my other videos, is the other pets, you have to actually put points into their skills to actually use them. And it typically is a DPS loss because they stop to cast them or to use them. And it stops a lot of the auto-attacking, which kind of sucks for your pet. As to whereas with the Conjure Primal Spirit, every point you put into this guy, you get the pet damage increase and his stat damage increase on top of his skills in with that one ability. So I kind of wish they would do that with all the pets. I kind of wish they would somehow like put all of these into just the Hellhound as is, you know. But that's why he's so good, because yeah, you get him, his boosted damage and health stat from leveling this, and all of his abilities all in one package. And it only takes 12 points like to max, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, that's what makes him so good. All the other pets are like 16 points, I think it is, you know, something like that. Yeah, just to max them out. So not only is this pet way cheaper to max out, skill point wise, you're getting all of his abilities and effects all rolled into one, which makes him insanely good. 1 second. I have a friend texting me, so I'm trying to pay attention to that. No Nemesis boss yet, which is kind of disappointing. Hopefully he's in here. I'm really surprised. Typically, yeah, there's some there. Typically, like, spawns pop out a lot on these little gravel side rooms with all the skulls. Not always, but... Let's see. Yeah. Where are you at, buddy? Come on, macchiato. That's what I'm looking for. Speaking of macchiato, I need some coffee. I haven't had coffee today yet. What kind of life is that? Out of my way, skellies. Out of my way, skellies. I got business to attend to. Okay, here's one guy here. Anything good? Nothing? Just a green? Sometimes the greens can be good though. Okay, I highly doubt he's going to be anywhere down here. That would be just insane for him to spawn there, yeah. Alright, so we got a few more areas we can check. Big money. Big money. There he is, boys. Alright, good deal. Clear this out real quick. I try to, if I can, fight any Nemesis boss with a clear palette, as I like to call it. Okay. Anyway, you can see the damage. That's without the potion running right now. It's pretty good. Now, the reason I ran back here to clear all this is because you might need some room to run around and kite your pets a bit. Because once you start spawning all the ice globes on the ground, little ice, whatever the hell they are, it really starts to tear your pets up. But look at that. I mean, pretty strong. There you go. That's the Conjurer in a nutshell when it comes to Nemesis bosses.
Can't do that yet.
And you just gotta watch your HP, you know, pop a health potion if you need to. But yeah, that's usually how most Nemesis boss fights go. Excluding the Ashes of Mammoth bosses. Well, the Nemesis bosses, I should say. Nemesis bosses out in Ashes of Mammoth are pretty awesome, and they're really strong. And like I said, they apparently have reduced their damage, so I'd like to check that out and see how it goes now. They probably needed it. They were kind of insane. Like, my gear in my setup isn't exactly, like, bad. So, the kind of damage they were doing was a little nuts when I encountered them. Alright, so let me run around here. And then we'll loop back around. Yeah, we gotta go all the way back around to the front, because that's basically where the end of the dungeon is. I believe he dropped me a blueprint. I've actually gotten a few legendaries out of this run. That's not bad, actually. So there's Macchiato's shoulders. Cold, fire damage, cold damage, burn damage, frost burn, health, physique, element. That's actually pretty good. Not bad. If that would have rolled cold, lightning damage, man, I would have been all over that. Because I actually have a druid I'm working on. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I actually have a lot of characters I'm working on, honestly. I don't want to run over there and finish that little last area, so whatever. But yeah, I got a lot of characters I'm working on too that I'm trying to display for you fellas. Yeah. See if we get anything good. Overlord's Iron Grip. Gloves. Interesting. So this gives bonus to pets, crit damage, offensive ability. That's a lot of armor. 3 to Will of the Crypt, 2 to Bonds of Ismail, 2 to Primal Bond, 8 physical resistance to Primal Bond, 4 defensive ability to Bonds of Ismail. Huh. That's pretty good. That's really, really like tanky and defensive. So like you could use these on a Necromancer. And I might actually throw these on my Kabbalist. I'm thinking about it actually. But it does +2 to Primal Bond, which is so good. Yeah. I mean, my mythical touch of the Everliving Grove is really good, though, like for this character, because you get the bonus health regeneration and everything. But 2 to Primal Bond and 2 to Bonds of Ismail. I think that would be better on the Kabbalist, honestly. Because the Kabbalist has survivability issues as is. So that's, like, right there, that could potentially make my Kabbalist a lot more durable. I'm going to see something real quick, actually. One of my pets actually managed to die at some point, I guess. Yeah, I'm running the Agnapesh right now. Mythical, just trying it out with the bonus pet. Let me put those gloves on real quick. I just want to see something. So Primal Bond is 22 right now. 22 out of 12. And as you can see, the damage absorption is 20. So the all damage scaling on this actually got changed in Ashes of Mammoth. The all damage scaling goes up really, really well now past 12, because before it didn't. It was terrible. So I just want to see what 2 to Primal Bond does. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Alright, here we go. Wow, okay, so it didn't go up at all. 2 of the gloves that I currently have already do 2 to Primal Bond. Bonds of Ismail. So you get 2 to Bonds of Ismail, which is not bad. What? Why didn't it go up? Am I like running that too high? I'm really confused. 2 to Primal Bond, right? To Primal Bond. Okay. Maybe I'm at cap. Maybe that's what it is. Let me see real quick. Sorry, this is kind of like off topic and not really what I was going to be talking about. But yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm wondering is my Primal Bond at cap and I haven't reduced points out of it? Because if that's the case, I'm kind of an idiot and I could be putting points elsewhere. We'll see.
What troubles you?
No. Okay, so I wonder. It must be right at cap, I'm guessing. And then when I put those on, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So technically I could put those gloves on, drop 2 points out of this, still stay at 22, right? Because yeah, 3 would be too far. So 1, 2, I could drop 2 points out and put 2 points elsewhere if I wanted to, because I am right at cap with Primal Bond right now. Okay, that's what it is. Because I believe these rings, yeah, 2 to Primal Bond on each. Okay, yeah, so I think these are going to go on my Kabbalist. Because 3 to Will of the Crypt, which I believe gives you more skeletons, I think. I believe, is that the... It might be the skill that gives you more skeletons. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Safe storage. No questions.
Okay, so put that there. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. So, anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos and my content. And, you know, I do this to try to help everybody out, so hopefully it's helpful. And, yeah, if you guys liked, hit that like button. Please comment, subscribe. If you haven't, come check out the stream. I try to stream daily if I can. I just had some family come down, so I wasn't on a whole lot for a few days. But yeah, come check out the stream. I'd greatly appreciate it. As always, thank you for taking the time, guys. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.